Hello, and thank you for joining me for another CMS QuickStart video blog. Today we're going to take a slight departure from the nerdy how-to stuff and take a look at a community project that is of great value and great importance, the Drupal Dojo. And what is the Drupal Dojo? It is simply a weekly live Drupal session broadcast where we have a presenter that talks about what they talk about. It could be theming or development or community or business or SEO. We have live people available in the chat room during the session to ask their questions and interact with the presenter. We have a good time for up to an hour, sometimes less, sometimes a little more. Then it gets archived when we're done so everybody can see it. So as you can see here at the DrupalDojo.com, we have an upcoming session from Adam Mordecai from Advomatic called "It Will Be Okay, Put Down the RFP and Step Away." And I'll explain more about that in a few minutes. But first off, this is a CMS QuickStart video blog, and you can check us out at cmsquickstart.com. In fact, if you're watching this on YouTube or anywhere else, the accompanying text of this blog appears over here in our blog link. So I typically put a bunch of text in here explaining the links I talked about and some of the concepts I talked about. Not just a video blog, it's a video and a text blog. But what is CMS QuickStart? Well, I'll just spend about half a minute talking about this. Drupal themes. I think they're up to 16 plus themes now, highly pre-configured, gorgeous looking themes. Some of them with target industries in mind, but they have slideshows, tabbed menu items, and content types, and listings of recent content and popular content. Lots of really good stuff here. Chances are you can find something that is a good base for your next project and do a real turnkey approach to it. So check them out at cmsquickstart.com. And who am I? I am Doug Van. You can always check me out at dougvan.com. And I provide Drupal training. If that's something you need, I'd love to do it for you. Now, here's a page, most important page, groups.drupal.org. On the off chance that there's somebody listening to this video blog or reading the text version of it, and you don't have a groups.drupal.org account, stop the video, pause the video, do what you got to do, run over to groups.drupal.org and register. Some of the more popular destinations at groups.drupal.org are your physical geographical locations. For me, the Indiana group. I manage that group, and I head up the local users group here. We've been, we're finishing up our third year right now of meeting, and other groups have been around longer. The LA Drupal group here is having their 4th annual Drupal camp. So they've been around for a while, obviously. But this is the front page where the hottest topics get promoted to the front page. Right now, we're working on picking a location for DrupalCon in 2012, and I'll see you in Chicago for 2011, I hope. But anyhow, get your account up here. The point I wanted to make at groups.drupal.org, and here are all the groups I belong to. Too many. I can't keep track of them all. There is one called the Drupal Dojo. And that's where we get ourselves organized and see what's going on. And we do our best to present the information in the most meaningful, navigable way. And so I hope that works out for you. But there's some basic information here about the Drupal Dojo. And there's Gus Oss, our fearless leader. The man has resurrected the Drupal Dojo project. It was around in 07 and slightly into 08, and then kind of took a hiatus vacation of sorts. And he kicked around the idea of bringing it back, and it is now in full swing. I'm happy to say I'm really happy to be a part of it. I'm very thankful that CMS QuickStart has allowed me to do this, and that webenabled.com has provided the go-to webinar space for us to have the meetings. So here's how it goes. Every Tuesday at 12:30 Eastern. I'm going to repeat that a couple times so you don't forget. Every Tuesday at 12:30 Eastern, and sometimes we're a little flexible if someone's in a weird time zone, or not. I shouldn't say weird. If somebody's in a different time zone, or they have something going on. We may be a little earlier or a little later, and we have skipped the occasional week, but we try to find someone in the Drupal community that knows something about something community related, or business related, or development, or theming, or just an update on the status of Drupal 7 or something. They range from super detailed nuts and bolts all the way up to broader topics. And I'll just talk briefly about the one coming up here on August the 10th. I caught my buddy Adam Mordecai. He's from Denver. We hung out at the Denver, Colorado camp a month ago. I caught him in one of the Drupal chat rooms, and I was shaking him down to come do a Drupal Dojo session, and he decided that maybe it'd be a good idea to do this topic right here. And you can click this and take a look at it. And here's the scoop. He's going to talk about RFPs and how they are really damaging the development process, and how it's not the greatest solution, and it's kind of a bad solution, and probably not even a solution at all. You can read this in your own time, but basically, and I agree with Adam. Adam and I have discussed about this before, And the request for proposal comes in from a church, a hospital, a school, a library, a company, an organization of some kind, and they want you to propose to them how much it's going to cost to build what they want, and they try to give you as much information as possible in the request for proposal so that you have enough to arm yourself with what you need. But it simply just doesn't happen. It's guesswork. You spend a lot of time, 50 to 100 to 150 shops maybe working off the same RFP and sending in these bids, these proposals, and one of them is going to get picked. And sometimes I think these projects never even launch. The person sending out the RFP is like, oh, those are all too high. Then they give up. So, you've had a couple thousand man-hours and a lot of time and a lot of Google Docs and conversations and phone calls. People, going down the drain. I've done it, and you've done it, and if you haven't, you will someday. So Adam is going to propose a better solution for us, and I'm anxious to hear that. And when he does, it'll be archived over here at DrupalDojo.com. So the big takeaway for you today is back over here, looking at our list of sessions coming up. I would love for all of you to take some of these time slots away from us and fill up the Drupal Dojo. Last week we had H.E. Fox doing more of a nuts and bolts development kind of a session, talking about node access and using core and contrib. It got real geeky. We had a good time. We had 12 plus people in the chat room asking good questions, and we had a great exchange. IMC. I guess I've become the de facto MC for these Drupal Dojo sessions, and since I'm the one recording them. But it'll be a good time. So here's the 17th, 24th, the 17th, 24th, and 31st. And I'm just picturing your names in there. All of you who are reading this or watching this, we'd love to have you. And again, theming, developing, business, SEO, broader topics like like this. This is going to be fun. I really think it's going to be a lot of fun. So there's room for you at the Drupal Dojo. Do check us out at DrupalDojo.com and groups.drupal.org/Drupal-Dojo. I am Doug Van, and this has been the CMS QuickStart video blog. And keep sending in your ideas for what kind of blogs you want to see. We've had a couple great ideas that have resulted in video blogs, so do let us know. We have a contact button over here at the CMSQuickStart.com site. Let us know what you're thinking, and by all means, comment on the YouTube video if that's what you want to do, and spread the word. Spread the word around that we're putting out some quality videos. We think they're helping out. We know they are. Thank you so much. Bye.